Hi everyone, back today with another video. This is just a video basically about the auction house again. We've done a bit of talking about that in the past, but right now, with the beginning of season 2, it's a really crazy time to be making gold. In just this video, I made 240,000 gold per hour on the auction house, and I was able to sustain that for about 3 hours. Normally, I don't spend this long on it, but I was just really interested to see how long I could do it for, I think. So I don't normally spend this much time. But you will notice that I was doing this largely through enchanting. So enchanting is making an insane amount of gold right now, especially the silver level in there can be made with the bronze material, especially if you've got a concentration build and you're spec'd into just having the ability to make the enchants to the highest level possible. Being able to make them at silver level with the bronze ingredients, the bronze regents, is really making quite a lot of profit. Some of the enchants are making 300, 400 gold profit per sale. So when I say I'm making 240 gold per hour, not all of that is profit because I am making things and listing them on the auction house. But I am, for the most part, making about 30 to 40% profit. Some of them more, some of them less. It just depends. But it's definitely a really good time to. So you can see here that I did this on reset day, and I've had a lot of people ask me about reset day and what I mean there. The day that you get your great vault piece, the day that the raids are restarted, the day that lockouts end, that's what I mean by reset day. For me, it's Wednesday. On my server, it's Wednesday. And on Wednesdays and sometimes Thursday mornings, things just sell for so much more. If you have the ability to wait, do it. So you can see here I have this huge backlog of enchants that I've been making during the week, and I'm listing that now. I'm selling the ones that are selling for profit. And that's just giving me a bit of a leg up because I made these with my potions and with my shattered essence earlier. You can see in this video I actually make more enchants because they're just selling faster than I had anticipated, and I will have a higher stash set aside for future just because, at least in the next couple of weeks, because they're just going so fast. But with reset day, everybody gets their great vault piece or they've got their crests. What everybody wants to do is upgrade their gear. And that's really good for enchanters because everybody who's upgrading their gear wants to put the new enchants on. Because if you're upgrading your gear at the moment, I would say, you're probably part of some sort of a raid progression or a mythic progression, and you want to be ready for the next raid. My guild raids on Thursdays, as an example. So I want to be getting as ready as I can on Wednesday and Thursday morning for that raid. And I can't be the only one in that position because the prices here say that's exactly what's happening. So because of that, the things that sell for substantially more, so gold level enchants, if you make them during the week and stack them up and then sell them on reset day or the day following reset day, you're going to make a lot more gold than if you're trying to sell them the day before reset day. And like I said before, reset day is just the day that all of those lockouts unlock. You get your daily quests again. You can go and do the raid again for loot. You get your great vault piece. That's what I mean by reset day. Reset day also works for your professions. So as an enchanter, the knowledge points that I get don't come through my patron orders the way they do for tailoring. So the knowledge points come through either crafting something new for the first time or disenchanting each week. So I think there are 10 knowledge points you can get. I've never actually counted them, to be honest. I think there are 10 knowledge points you can get through disenchanting every week. And what I do is I disenchant on reset day, which is for me, again, Wednesdays. I disenchant all of the things that I've been saving for the week, all of my disenchanting items that I've been saving for the week on that day. So I get my knowledge point boost for the coming couple of days. So I'm able to do more with that in terms of gold making. And then once I've reached the point where I'm no longer getting those knowledge points out of my disenchanting, I save the items that I can disenchant for the next reset day. So I'm getting all of those points at the very beginning of the week when they are the most profitable in terms of being able to turn that into gold making. If I was to disenchant, so I've been doing that BOE run with the Weaver cloth, and you guys have seen that. I haven't actually done it since the video, so I should go do that again. But you've seen how many BOEs I got with that. I didn't disenchant them all the week I got them. I saved them so I could disenchant them the following week because I was no longer getting the knowledge points for enchanting from it. So sometimes gold making is smarter, not harder, in the sense of what is the most strategic way with the least amount of effort that you can make the most amount of gold. And that's what I do. And I'm happy to try and share that with you. And that's what I'm trying to do with the videos here. What can you do as a casual player who's not as interested in maybe some of those gold farms to make enough gold minimum, enough gold to cover your raid bills, or hopefully more on the end of what I'm doing, enough gold to pay for your subscriptions and hopefully expansions if that's something you're looking for in the future, because I certainly am. I'm definitely curious to see if I can do that. After this video, I made it to almost 2 million gold. So I made a lot of gold here in this initial, and this is a short-lived sort of experience. I think each time a new raid tier comes out, this will happen again, especially for enchanters in particular. I know that there are kind of times where the desire for enchants are low, but I think that was an end of season thing. I do think the amount of gold you make as an enchanter in the beginning of the season is going to offset anything you're not making at the end of the season, because it just comes in such a big boom cycle for enchanters. You can see here in this video, I'm making lots of gold on enchants. I'm even doing it right now as I'm recording this video. I'm pausing what I'm doing here to tab back into WoW to relist, particularly the Chant of Winged Grace. And I'm just listing that 8 at a time and then coming back every 10 minutes and listing 8 more. And they're selling. I've already made, just in the time span of recording this video, the audio for it, I've already made 50,000 gold. And that's while doing other stuff. So it's very easy to make gold right now. And so many people are buying these enchants that fighting to be first in line isn't all that relevant, because they're just going faster than most people can keep up with it. So definitely go and check what's going on and what you can make. This is where having some of those regents stored early helped, because I was able to buy a lot of storm dust. I've had to actually start buying it again now, but I was able to buy a lot of storm dust at the low of 6 gold and 70 silver or something like that. I was able to stock up a lot on that at the time, and that's really increased my profit margins. I had to start buying it again. That's how many enchants I've made. I had something like 10,000 storm dust put away, and I've had to buy more. I've just bought probably another 10,000 while making this video. So that's just how many enchants I'm making and how fast it's going through. So this is definitely a really good time to be jumping on, especially if you've got an enchanter and making some of those and listing them. I'm doing this in the middle of the day as well. So you can see the time here. As I'm recording this video, it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday. Even now, in the middle of the day, I'm still making lots of gold at present. I also just wanted to say a reminder for anybody who's new to be the first in the line on the auction house. You don't have to undercut. And with enchants, it's shooting yourself in the foot. Don't undercut. I see some people who are, the enchants are selling for, I don't know, let's say 400 gold. And then somebody goes along and then lists it for 80 to be first in the line. That's just, it makes no sense. Don't do it. Just being the most recent person to have put the thing on the auction house puts you at the front of the line. You don't have to change the amount at all. And undercutting to 80 is not going to help, because all of the people who were selling at 400, as long as they're still making profit, they're just going to get in front of you in the line anyway. So when you think about how much gold you're making, you're going to make a lot more gold selling one enchant at 400 gold than you will selling 5 at 80. So just really think it through. Double check how much you're making before you list the auction. You really want to make sure you're making this in profit. So some of these I make them even when they're not in profit. So for example, the Chant of Wings Grace, when I stock up on this during the week, I ignore what it's saying, because I'm not listing it on the auction house. I know it's going to sell for more on reset day. So I just create my stockpile during the week. Even if they're selling for 700 gold, then I know on reset day I'm going to be able to sell them for 900 to probably 1,500 gold, depending on how good that wave gets. So really just pay attention, make sure you are making profit, and don't undercut to be first in the line. You don't have to undercut to be first in the line, and you might as well make as much gold as you can while you're at the front of the line. When you're making your enchants, don't forget to use that vial of bountiful seasons. It really makes a big difference. If you're getting even one storm dust back, you're making more gold than you were without it. And it takes very little to actually be in the profit. On my server, I did buy these before season two started, so I don't actually know if the price has changed. But when I bought them, it was about 48 gold for a silver one. And I bought a bunch of them. And as long as I save at least two storm dust, I've made profit. And I do substantially more than that. I use the vial, I use my shatter essence, and then I make a big block of enchants all at once. And then if I've still got time at the end, I go and do my tailoring patron orders. So I'm getting as much back from those as possible. I'm definitely prioritizing using it for my enchanting because it's just so material intensive and I sell so much of them. So it's become my priority. But using that vial, it's really made much more gold. So definitely consider spending gold to make gold because this vial, I wish I'd known about it sooner. And thank you to the commenter who brought it to my attention. I just wanted to say in the time spent of making this video, I've been listing stuff on the auction house while I'm doing the recording for this and doing the editing. And I've sold 40 a chant of Winged Grace, the silver level ones, just while recording this video in the time span of about 20 minutes. So seriously, if you're an enchanter, go and make the chant of Winged Grace. I'm making about 200 gold profit on each. And I'm just listing them, coming back, doing work, going back, listing more because they've all sold. So definitely go and check that out. It's easy money. Also, as a side note, don't forget now is the Dark Moon Fair. I know there's a lot going on. I haven't been there since season two started, so I haven't engaged with it, even though it makes me lots of gold. I've just been so into all of the new content. I did manage to sell the Dark Moon Firewater for 250 gold each, so I made a lot of gold on that. And I do suspect that if you can make time to get to the Dark Moon Fair now, there are lots of people who would normally be doing it, like me, for example, that aren't because they're doing the new mythics, they're doing the new raid, they're making lots of gold in other directions. And I think that might mean that the Firewater sells for more gold halfway through between the Dark Moon fairs because there are less people collecting it. So if you're not interested in the new um, raids or mythics, or if you're more of a solo player, or gold farming is just what you really love, or you just want to spend 4 hours fishing, don't forget to go to the Dark Fair and do a little bit there because I think not only is it already a good way to make gold, even when it was competitive, I think at the moment it will make a little bit more gold than normal. So stocking up on those Dark Moon firewalls now could be really beneficial. You could really reap the benefits of that about 2 weeks from now. You guys have probably noticed I haven't made as many videos. I've taken a bit of a step back since I started this channel. I've been putting a lot of work into it, and each video takes me a long time to make, edit, record, and put together. It's taking a lot of time away from my family, which is fine. I don't mind doing it. But I have decided to slow down on the video creation just a little bit. Hopefully you guys understand that I'm trying to spend a little bit more time with my family. These videos, they are making me actual money now that I'm monetized, and I will make a monetized video on that. It's just not very much. I think I make $9 a video or something like that. The more everybody likes and comments on it, the more the algorithm shows it to people. So I do really well on the videos where people give me a comment. So thank you to all of the people doing that. It does help make this more of a financial direction. I do love WoW, and I do showing people how to pay for WoW, making gold, pay for their subscriptions, making gold. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's helping me support that. I just wanted to give a special thanks to my members. Out of everybody is helping, and that's super helpful. But my members, the signing up to get that early content, I'm hoping it's just as helpful for you as it is for me. It helps give me a little bit of like financial support in developing some of the things I need to make these videos better, like a better microphone, a better editing program, and all of those things that come with a better internet speeds. And it's really helping to build that up so I can make better quality videos for you guys and everyone involved. So thank you. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can check the link in the description. It comes with all sorts of perks. You can choose what tier you like. There's just a support me one. If you want to help support my coffee addiction, that's there. But there's also options for early access to these videos. There's options for the top tier, lets you join my Discord server and play the game with me, do some of these gold farms. We can hang out in raids or delves or whatever it is that you feel like you want to do during that time. So if that's something you're interested in, go and check it out. If you're not in a position to do that financially, or it's not something that interests you, again, a comment is also super helpful. So thank you. That's all for this video. You can see here on the auction house I'm making insane amounts of gold selling enchants right now, so go and check that out if you have an enchanter. As always, remember, girls don't play WoW.